People often say that power is lost through weakness, as if weakness is some kind of open wound that leaks away everything you have built. But over time, if you watch people closely, if you watch yourself honestly, you begin to see that weakness is not the true cause. Power doesn't usually collapse all at once. It doesn't disappear in a single failure, or a single slip, or a single mistake. Power fades through something far more subtle, something that lives quietly inside everyone. Emotion. We think emotions simply color our lives, that they make us passionate, human, alive. And they do. But emotion also has a quieter side, a side we rarely acknowledge, a side that can quietly undo us. It doesn't happen loudly. It doesn't scream. It doesn't warn. It happens in small, almost invisible moments. A spark of anger, a flash of pride, a sudden feeling of being insulted, a moment where someone challenges you and you feel the need to prove yourself. And in that moment, you stop thinking. You stop seeing clearly. You stop being who you were a second ago. That is how power slips away. Not through weakness, but through uncontrolled emotion. There are two minds inside every person, the mind that thinks and the mind that reacts. The thinking mind is steady. It sees reality for what it is. It understands consequences, patterns, timing. It moves with clarity, not noise. But the reacting mind, it is impulsive, untrained, quick to defend, quick to judge, quick to take things personally. It does not care about the future. It cares only about the feeling of the moment. And when the reacting mind takes over, power is no longer something you hold. It becomes something you gamble. Every decision becomes rushed. Every conflict becomes exaggerated. Every word becomes a weapon that might turn back on you. You lose yourself without even knowing you lost anything. People often imagine control as something physical, chains, prisons, force. But the world has evolved. It no longer needs to hold your body in place. It only needs to hold your attention. All it has to do is pull your emotions in just the right direction, make you angry at the wrong thing, jealous of the wrong people, afraid of the wrong future, attached to the wrong rewards. If your emotions can be steered, then your decisions can be shaped. And if your decisions can be shaped, your life can be guided without you ever noticing. This is how most people lose control, not by being overpowered, but by being distracted from their own clarity. The world tugs at your feelings, your desire to be seen, your fear of being forgotten, your need to prove yourself, your hunger for validation. And when those emotions pull harder than your mind does, the world no longer needs chains. You are already following the tug. Power is not defined by what you can force, but by what you can resist. You can build a life slowly, carefully, piece by piece, like a craftsman shaping something with patience. But one emotional outburst can knock down the very structures you spent years holding together. A reputation, a relationship, a sense of direction, a dream you've been building quietly in the background. All of it can be shaken by a single moment where emotion takes the lead. That is the danger of emotion. It moves faster than clarity, and it breaks things clarity would protect. True strength is not loud. It is not aggressive. It is not about proving anything to anyone. True strength is the ability to remain calm when everything around you is trying to provoke you. To remain steady when the world is pulling at your pride. To remain thoughtful when your instincts beg you to react. To remain quiet when your emotions want to speak for you. It is the ability to return to yourself again and again, even when your feelings try to drag you elsewhere. Because the person who can stand still inside themselves, even when emotions rise, cannot be controlled. They cannot be manipulated. They cannot be easily provoked. They cannot be shaken by the noise of the moment. This is a kind of power that few people ever learn to hold. Imagine life as a river. Your thoughts guide the direction of the boat. Your emotions are the current, strong, unpredictable, sometimes overwhelming. If you let the current steer you, you will go wherever the river takes you. But if you learn to steer the boat, if you learn to pause, to breathe, to see before you feel, you can guide yourself even through the roughest waters. This is the discipline most people never practice, the discipline of observing your emotions instead of obeying them. To watch anger rise without letting it speak for you. To feel fear without letting it stop you. To feel pride without letting it blind you. To feel desire without letting it own you. Emotion becomes unhealthy only when it becomes your master. Power returns to you when you learn to sit with your feelings instead of acting from them. When you learn that reaction is not strength, restraint is. When you learn that silence is not weakness, it is understanding. When you learn that emotion is not your enemy, only your untrained emotion is. The person who can feel deeply but act wisely is the person who becomes unshakable. The world can try to provoke them, but it can't move them. The world can try to distract them, but it can't steer them. The world can try to control them, but it finds no grip. Because true power is not how much force you project, but how little force the world can use against you. Power is not lost through weakness. It is lost through the moments where we forget who we are and allow emotion to think for us. But power can always be reclaimed, slowly, silently, patiently, by returning to the calm center within yourself. Because the person who can master their inner world cannot be conquered by the outer one. And the person who can stay present, thoughtful, observant, even in the middle of emotion, that person becomes someone who cannot be controlled, cannot be misled, cannot be shaken by the noise of the moment. They move through life with clarity, not noise, with intention, not impulse, with peace, not chains. That is real power, and it has always been within you.